We're going to pick up where we left off, and I'm going to introduce you how to set your unavailabilities for the months that you work. I made this as a separate video because this is the probably more difficult part of the system initially once you get used to it. Each month you're expected to do this no later than the 10th. And so the 10th of April, scribes are entering unavailability for May. I'm in June here, so by the 10th of May they should enter it for June. The system will get set up so that you'll receive an email on the 1st and the 7th and the 10th reminding you. After the 10th you won't like the system very much because it'll really remind you. So the most important thing to remember is there's multiple shifts. I've got a 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., and 11 p.m. You can get the gist. There's a lot of shifts available. So what this really helps us do is you truly actually put the time that you're unavailable to work on any given day. If you can't work from 7 a to 4 p every day, I'll show you how to enter that every day. The main thing to think about that people get caught up on is they'll go in there and they mark an entire day from midnight to midnight. But what that does is it makes them unavailable for a shift from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. the day before. And I can't stress that point enough. So if you want it to be available for Friday 5 p to 1 a, but on Saturday you enter unavailable 0000 to 23:59, the system will not schedule you for that Friday night shift. So what I would suggest a lot of times is if you're really unavailable for an entire day, entering 1 a.m. to 23:59. So let's go into that system. It's the set unavailability box right here. And let me show you how you can enter unavailable entries. You can do them individually by clicking in the date box here. And let's just go to June because that's the month I'm in for this particular scribe. And let's say that you can't work on Monday all day, 1 a.m. to 23:59. Let's just do that as an entry. And let's say that you actually can't work any Monday. So then I clicked repeating, make sure you're in the right month, and then you select the other Mondays, and I can hit submit unavailability. And now I've got every Monday marked off. I'm still available for the 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. shift the day before because I've put 1 a.m. on here. But this makes me unavailable that entire day for any shift, including the 11 p.m. shift. If you want to enter some more unavailabilities, which you guys will have obviously multiple due to your schedules, you click that button again. You come back in and choose the month again, which will go to June. And let's say that you know that you can't work every Tuesday and Wednesday all day long. So you click Tuesday, let's just do 1 a.m. and you know that it ends on the Wednesday that you can't work. So you click on here if it ends on another day, select the date, and let's say 23:59. Let's just say it's the end. You can't work any Tuesday. So you're going to click here to repeat, go to the correct month, and click the other Tuesdays. And now it puts an entry Tuesday through Wednesday, just as this. So anything you click and you repeat, it will repeat it. It doesn't have to be Tuesday and Wednesday. For example, let's say that you know in June you want to put the 3rd as unavailable, ending on the 4th at 23:59, but that you know there's some other 2-day blocks in June you can't work, right? Let's say that the Sunday, Monday you can't work, the Tuesday, Wednesday you can't work. Now here you go. You've got the Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I hope you can see what that's doing. Let's say you messed up and didn't want one. Click in it, remove entry, and it's gone. Now let's say you needed to edit one, right? Let's say, well, I didn't mean Tuesday and Wednesday, I just mean Tuesday. You click in it, you can edit the start, you can edit the end. And let's just say that you wanted it to end at 23:59 on the 10th. Now you can see here on the 10th it just edited that entry for me. So pretty powerful way in here to get to enter truly what you're unavailable for and select if it ends on another day. I'll be honest with you, I'm developing a doctor version, and what I do is I'll just go in and I'll put an entry that I know is going to be on multiple days, and I repeat it, enter, and go back in again. One thing I wanted to show you on here is if you want to be unavailable for overnights, which is frequently the case for a lot of people in school, come into this set unavailability section and look at predefined shift selection and click it. The overnight shift is listed here, and let's say that you click that you're unavailable for the overnight shift in June. You know that you can't do the 6th, the 13th, the 21st, the 28th. Submit unavailability. Now the 6th, the 14th, 22nd, if I said 28th, I actually clicked the 29th, sorry. Now those entries are there, because if you're unavailable for the overnight shift, you're truly unavailable from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. There are not pre-selected other shifts in there because one person's unavailability for a certain shift is different from someone else's unavailability for that exact same shift. So this may take a little getting used to, but it truly is a way to narrow down if you can't work from 7 to 4 on Monday through Friday, you enter it. Now if you have your end time at 4 p.m. and you really actually don't get out of class until 4, you're going to be scheduled for 4 p.m. So if you have class that ends at 4 p.m., consider your unavailable time to make it to work is probably 4:30. If you put 7 a.m. to 4:30, it's going to schedule you for the 5 p.m. shift potentially, unless you mark something else. So this is the way to enter your unavailabilities. It's pretty straightforward. Once you've got your month, the other really important thing you have to do, I can't emphasize this enough, is you have to confirm your unavailable entries by clicking this button here. You click in here, you select the date, June 30th, because it's a month, you hit submit, and now it changes the confirmed date here from April 30th to June 30th. If you don't do this, it doesn't push it over to my end of the system, and it will be waiting on you to run the schedule. So this is something pretty important. So again, most important things on here are overnight shifts. I urge you to use that pre-select button for the correct entry so you don't get scheduled. And I urge you on a day such as this second that I've showed you here is if on Sunday you could work 5 p to 1 a.m., make sure that it says 1 a.m. the next day. This is the most common thing that people get hung up on, and then they realize that they're not getting the shifts that they thought they were making themselves available for. Other than that, if there's other questions on it, by all means, I'm always available. So this is the unavailability portion of the training videos, and I will leave it here and pick up with the next one in a minute.